What is up, Kawasaki Ninja 400 fam? Today we're doing a video that I said I wasn't going to do, and I said I wasn't going to do it because, well, I'll get to that, but we are doing the TST Industries integrated tail light and fender eliminator for the Kawasaki Ninja 400. Now, I said I wasn't going to do this video because TST typically does really good videos. In fact, I still say that they do really great videos, but this video is really more for the mechanically inclined people. Those of you that just want the basics, that just want to see how to install it. You know, you're already used to installing things on your bike or your car. You're mechanically inclined to some degree. Their video is about 30 minutes long. This one I think is going to be around 10 minutes long, somewhere in there. It's just going to give you the basics. I'm not going to show you how to do everything. I'm just going to show you how to do one side of the bike, one thing here and there. This is for the people like myself that, you know, just want to get to the nitty gritty. You just want to see how to do it, and you can figure out the rest for yourself. As you can see here, we have the TST Industries integrated tail light. This is the smoke version. They have a clear version and a smoke version, and I thought that the smoke version would look better, especially with the gray and black. I don't know. I thought it would look better, and in the end, yeah, I'm glad I got this one. But if you're into the clear is good too. Same exact setup. It's just clear housing instead of smoke. Also, unlike their video, we're going to be doing the integrated tail light and the fender eliminator along with the relay. So, like, for them, they've got 3 videos for that. So we're going to do all of that in one video. Plus, we're going to do it in about a third of the time. Now, before we get started, I want to talk about these load balancing resistors. This is the resistors that the tail light ships with, and I'm not really sure about these. I don't understand why this is necessary. I don't understand why they don't just include the relay that they sell separately. So we're not going to use these. This is a Chinese resistor that I picked up on eBay for about $2 of free shipping. It's basically the exact same relay that TST sells for this kit, and I don't understand why they don't include it, especially for the price. I mean, again, I paid $2 for this, whereas I looked up these resistors from China and they sell for about $1.70. So this is like 30 cents more and way more simple. So I really don't know why TST doesn't just include it, but this is what we're going to use today. Now, of course, the first thing we're going to do is remove the passenger and driver or rider seat, however you want to say that. Next, we need to remove the power commander if you have a power commander. This is just basically what I did with mine. Then we want to remove these little pins so we can remove this little tray. Once you got the keys out, then you can pull the pins out. And then the tray just pops out. Up next, and you can do this later if you want, but I decided to go ahead and just disconnect all of the wires to the blinkers and the factory tail light. Up next, we want to take this 5mm Allen socket, or Allen key, whichever you decide to use, and remove the 4 bolts from the fender itself. Once you got those 4 bolts out, the fender will kind of plop down, and then you can weed those wires out of there and remove it entirely. Up next, we got these 4 8mm nuts. And then we have these 2 Allen keys in the front and 2 in the rear. The front 2 are 4mm, the rear 2 are 3mm. In TST's video, they claim that all 4 of these were 4mm. For my bike, they were 4mm in the front and 3mm in the rear. Once that's done, you can pop these little plastics out of the way to reveal this one little 8mm bolt that needs to come out on each side. Once you get that out, then you can pop the side plastics open to reveal this Phillips head screw, which also needs to come out on both sides. Once that's done, then you have your passenger seat latch, which also needs to come out. It's just 2 Phillips head screws. Up next, we have these 2 4mm Allen bolts on the rear on each side. Again, this is one of those situations where TST said it was a 3mm, but on my bike, it was a 4mm. Now you can just pop these plastics off. They do need to slide rearward once you get all of the grommets loosened. Got them all loose, and then push it towards the rear, and then it comes right off. This particular side has the seat release on it. The other side, same way, just get all the grommets popped loose and then just pull to the rearward. Up next, we have this little plastic doodad and this little Phillips head screw. So we just take a tool and pop that in and pull it out. And then remove the Phillips screw. This is the same for both sides. Once both sides are removed, then you can remove this top plastic plate. Up next, we got the 4 screws at the tail end. They're all 4 Phillips head screws. You just remove those 4. And the small metal plate at the rear. After that, we've got 2 screws left that are holding in the tail light. I decided to use a screwdriver for this as they're very difficult to get to with the drill. Once those are out, just pop the grommets up and kind of poke the tail light out one corner at a time, and it will come out of there. Be sure to recycle your rubber grommets. You're going to need these for the new taillight. Now that you got the new taillight out of the box, you can insert the grommets, the ones you took out of the OEM taillight, into the new taillight, as you will need this for reinstallation. All right, we got those back in there. Let's get it back in the hole. Again, same thing, just in reverse. You just want to go in one side at a time, kind of finagle around with it, and eventually you'll get it in there. All right, we got it in there. We're going to pop our grommets into place. And because this is the mechanically inclined video, I'm not going to make you watch me reinstall everything. I'm just going to use my Kawasaki magic powers. Go! Up next, we want to install our Fender Eliminator, which uses the factory bolts with the nuts provided. These will go through the bottom, and then you'll attach these nuts from the top. That's a 13mm nut that you'll just want to fasten down. It's just for aesthetics. It clears the hole, fills it up. Then we can remove our little retainers here and install the Fender Eliminator. You want to put the Allen side of the bolts down and the nut side up, and again, you just screw these into place. Now we move on to our relay. Now this is another one of those little issues that I ran into according to TST's directions. And again, this is the relay I got off eBay for $2. They say that you could just pop off this factory relay. It's just got this little clip it's clipped to. You can pop it off there, feed it up to the top, and there's plenty of room to pull it off. I did not have this experience. There was not enough wire to pull it off from the top, so I pulled it off from the bottom through that larger hole there. Then I took my little Chinese knockoff relay, which is basically the exact same as the TST one, plugged it in from the same hole, and then fed it up there. But the thing was well, I guess maybe if you have toddler hands, you can get the zip tie in there. I couldn't get the zip tie in there, so I'm just going to go back later and pull the fairings off and zip tie it myself. All right, I'm not going to go through all the modes and everything. You can figure the modes out. It's just a single click of the button. But once you get it all installed, this is pretty much what it looks like. And these are the settings that I chose. And I will say, I think it looks great. I think it looks way, 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 way better than stock. You get rid of that ugly fender. And of course, get a more modern, more high-end look for your blinkers and brake light. But that's it for today's video. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And we will see you next time. Peace!